I would like to welcome you all to your very first session of your digital marketing course and your journey as a digital marketer. I take care of the training as a product at Digital Vidya. So if you have any feedback, any suggestions, any challenges you face, anything which you really loved during the program, feel free to drop me an email at my email ID. I'm sharing it in the chat panel right now. Um, Today is your very first session. We'll take up around 1.5 hour today. Considering you all will be having plenty of queries, we'll probably extend up to 9:30. So I hope that's fine with all of you. If there's someone who has to leave early, just send me a message right now or in between that you have to leave early. You will get the recording of the session, but I suggest you all to be a part of this session, attend it completely, and make sure that all your queries regarding the program, regarding your journey with us, gets addressed during this particular session. And I'm sorry, today we'll not be teaching you something, we'll be learning how the course is structured and how Digital Vidya team will support you and how what are the things which we expect you from you as our course participants. So we lay down some guidelines, we lay down and share some challenges which you will face as a digital marketer or as a digital Vidya participant. So make sure that you keep this session as engaging as possible. Feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Um, you can use the mic to speak up in the session. Just ensure that when you are not speaking up, you keep yourself on mute. Otherwise, there's always some background noise that comes in. For example, a sound of a ring, a phone, or maybe fan, whichever is running on the background. So let's just minimize those noises by keeping ourselves on mute. Feel free to unmute yourself and speak up throughout the session. Feel free to use the chat panel and put in your queries. If in case I'm not answering your question, that means that it will be answered in the upcoming slide. I'll give you an update on that. Otherwise, I'll pick up all the questions simultaneously so that you all have clarity as you move forward. Does this make sense? Anything which is confusing for you right now? Does this make sense, guys? Any doubts till now? Super. If you're facing any audio issues, I've texted down the support team's phone number in the chat. Feel free to reach out to them directly over a call because I will not be able to help you in the session directly. So it's better to just give a call to the support team number for today's session and as well as for the all upcoming sessions so that someone can guide you over a call directly. Otherwise, the usual tip for you is just close down the session and join into the session again. It will solve your concern. Otherwise, restart your device, restart your computer, your desktop, and that will also solve out like 90% of the issues with the system. So moving forward, if you can see on the screen that the agenda is laid down, we'll discuss how the course is structured, what are the teams we have for you and how they support you. And then we'll move forward to what are the challenges every digital marketer is facing. And considering you are entering the industry of digital marketing, we want you to be aware of those challenges so that you don't actually miss out on anything which is really important or valuable. Plus, we'll also give you a reality check of what are the skill sets which are required to be hired as a digital marketer if you are looking for a job growth or a job change or even a very first job, or if you even are looking for expanding your business as a digital marketer or expanding your marketing campaigns of your business, then what are the skill sets which is required as a digital marketer. Then we'll also discuss what are the common pitfalls which our participants fall into. We don't want you to face those pitfalls or the challenges. That's why we also share with you those challenges. And then we'll also discuss what is needed from your side, what are our expectations from you as a digital Vidya course participants. Then we'll discuss what is your very first assignment for this particular week. I can see that there are some people who are saying that they can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Superb. And I guess there was someone who turned on the webcam. I've turned off the webcam because they are superb. Thanks, Pooja. So yeah, it's restarting your devices and restarting the session, which will solve 90% of the problems of audio. Okay, I am getting some question. Uh, yeah, you can get the classes, but we'll discuss all such concerns as we move forward. Lakshmi, park your question. We'll take up that question a little later. So, just to give you a quick check of what is the assignment for this particular week, we need to create an online presence, which is a blog for to start with. If you already have a website, which it doesn't really matters whether it has been created by you or not, but if you already have a website which is running on your own domain and you have the admin access to that particular website, you don't need to do that assignment. But if you don't have a website, you'll need to create one in first week of your journey with us, of your course with us. So that's why you will not have any sessions on Thursday. Considering creating an online presence will take around 3 hours of yours. So we have given you an extra hour by not having or by not scheduling a session on Thursday. You will have your next session on Tuesday, which is next week. Does is it clear? Also, just in case you are confused and in case you have any queries, just type in your message to everyone so that everyone can see your question. Yeah, that popping sound will be there because this is the very first session and people actually struggle with connectivities in the first session. So you will have to bear with that. Yes, so you don't have any class this Thursday. You have a big assignment this particular week. So you'll need to do that assignment by next Tuesday. Typing in. Okay. And also, in case I miss any of your question, feel free to just repeat that question again or remind me in if I don't take up your question by the end of the session that I missed your question. You all are so active. Everyone is helping each other in the session. I'm loving that. Super. So here is the course overview. Overview. Can you all see the green person on screen? Yeah, I'm getting guesses. So consider that green person as you. You are the person who is the center of our training program, and everything revolves around you. So we have designed this course to make you industry ready, to make you your business grow, to get you the very first job, to get you the switch which you want from a different profile altogether, whether it is HR, whether it is operation, whether it is a sales background. And also, we have considered the fact that some of you are looking out for a work from home opportunity, a part time opportunity, a freelance opportunity, and even some internships. So, we have considered all those facts and we have designed this course, which has three core elements, which are assignments, live sessions, and the Q&A platform. If you have seen that our course has got 6 core modules and around and a lot of specialization modules which you can pick and choose based upon your objective. If you want to have a freelance project, you can take up such specialization sessions. If you want to get the new job, you can get the first job, you can attend the resume preparation sessions. And based upon your objective, you can pick and choose your specialization sessions as you want to. Um, so make sure that you attend all the live sessions, especially of the ones which are of your core modules, because we have got a team of really experienced trainers who have been working and leading biggest of the campaigns of the industry and have been in the digital marketing space from quite some time. So they have led some really big campaigns in the digital marketing space, and they will be here to guide you through, to give you the insights of digital marketing space. They'll train you with the tips and the hacks which you can use to promote your campaigns or to promote your brand. And at the same time, they will be sharing their own experiences, their own cases, their own strategy, and their learning with you. So make sure that you attend all live sessions like one you are doing today. I'm taking up this session because I'm part of product team and I know how the course is designed. So make sure you attend all live session. If in case you are traveling, if in case you are on the move, if in case you are not carrying your laptop with you, you can surely attend the session from your mobile phone. You can download the GoToMeeting app on your mobile phone and attend the session. It takes lesser bandwidth as compared to what a laptop or a desktop takes. So even if you're facing internet issues, you can join in from the mobile phone, which will really help you. Like one of you actually suggested to the participants today. And then there comes a situation when you are really not able to attend the session. So I'm taking up it as the last chance. Like you really can't attend the session because of certain um, unavoidable circumstances. In that case, make sure you watch or go through the recording of the previous session before attending the next session. This way, you will get aware of what was actually covered before in the previous session, and you will be ready for attending the session, and you will be able to grab what is being taught to you in the next session. And simultaneously you will also be aware and you can actually ask the trainer any concerns, any doubt which you have regarding the previous session in the next session. So the recording will be sent to you over your email, in your email, like after around 1 to 2 days we send out the recordings. Sometimes the recordings might take up a longer duration. We usually take up like 3 4 days to share the recording. If in case it extends or if in case the duration is higher, you can actually refer to a previous session recording, because for you Tuesday and Thursdays will be the session. So if in case you don't get the recording by Thursday morning, you can actually refer to a previous session recording and understand what happened in your previous class. And then you can ask the trainer regarding your doubts, your queries, which you have in the live session. Considering the trainers are not really available outside the live session, like um, considering I'm part of Digital Vidya, I will be available, but most of the trainers will be accessible only during the live session. So if you face any questions, any doubts after the live session, I suggest you all to watch, ask your queries in the Q&A platform or the discussion forum. It is accessible from your LMS. Just put in your query and our team will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. They try to respond to you within 24 hours. If in case the query requires some external support, then we can actually take up to 48 hours to respond to your query. And plus, if you have completed your course, if you are done with your journey with us, but if you are still working as a digital marketer in your organization, in your professional space, and you face some concern, you face some issues, then you can actually write the query on the Q&A platform even after like a period of 4 or 5 years, and our team will guide you with that particular query. So the access to the Q&A platform and even the course will be for a lifetime. So you can just put in your queries. Absolutely, that's the Q&A platform link which Rohit has just shared in the chat. And how do we get access to the previous session recording? Rohit, the email you will get will have the recording URL. Um, if you don't have get the upcoming the latest recording, you will have the previous recordings listed below it. I'm not sure whether I called you Rohit or Siddharth. It was Siddharth's question that how will we get the recording? You will get it via email. If your recording is not accessible, we'll send out the recording of a previous session over an email. Cool. So our team of training assistants will actually review your assignment, plus they'll also put in ask you the queries on answer your queries on the Q&A platform. Um, all the assignments. Krishna, give me a minute. Let me understand what is your um, concern. Can you just share out what is the concern? Krishna is facing some issues, guys, and also feel free to message to everyone. So if you're facing any audio issues, um, just close out all the tabs which are running on internet. If it is Facebook, if it is Skype, if it is Dropbox, which is syncing, just close them all. Otherwise, Krishna, I would suggest call the support team. I can't I do much with help. Yeah. So I was talking about the training assistant. They are the people who will review your assignments. By assignment, I actually mean that every week we will have an assignment submission. Like today, you will get one assignment. Next week, also you'll get assignments as you move forward. So these assignments are mandatory for the certification purpose. Plus, they'll also help you with um, practicing things hands on. Like we always say that digital marketing is all about hands on learning. While you will get the training, you will get the demonstrations, you will get the case studies, and you'll get the examples in the live session. All the things needs to be performed in your assignment when you are not in the live session. So you will have to perform those activities and you have to submit what was done by you so that our team of training assistants can review you. They'll give you a feedback of what were the things which you did right, what were the things which you didn't do right, and what how you can actually improve on your campaign, how you can actually improve on your performance. What kind of pop-ups? Okay. Um, so make sure that you do all your assignments. Make sure that you do take utmost benefit of the feedback which the training assistants are providing to your assignment, so that you don't miss out on any learning, especially from the hands-on experience part. Plus, they'll also respond to your queries on the Q&A platform. So make sure you ask all your queries on the Q&A platform so that we can help you. How many blog posts do we have to write for our assignment? We'll discuss that shortly, Ayush, not right now. We'll have that discussed later. Um, if you are facing audio issues, turn off everything which is running on internet other than your session, and that will work. Otherwise, call the support team. That's all solution which we have for you right now. And next up, we have the coordinator. They are the people who have actually helped you with um, getting onboarded to the training program. Like if you're facing audio issues, if you're facing problems with the assignment, if you're facing problems with your course structure, if you're facing problems with the trainer, if you're not able to attend the session, if you are stuck somewhere, if you are not getting anything, if it is getting too complicated for you, just give a call to coordinator. Like in today's session, I can see some of you are facing a lot of audio issues. So considering this is the foundation session, um, you can bear that, but make sure you get your audio issues sorted before your next session. Give a call to your coordinator or drop an email to your coordinator that I was facing a lot of technical issues yesterday. How can you help me with this particular thing? Can we have a mock session done before your next session so that you can actually solve your problem, like today's audio issues, you can actually get it solved before your next session. So they'll give you solution like what you can do to improve your audio experience. And if in case the issue was from my side, like if I was facing an internet connectivity issue, they can actually raise that concern with me that your internet isn't working fine. You need to get a backup. Your internet isn't working fine. You need to change to your internet provider. So that kind of concerns and that kind of solution the coordinator will be able to provide you. So make sure whether the concern is small or big, make sure you address it to your coordinator. And if you have any concerns regarding the installment, regarding the payment, the invoicing part, you can just approach to the sales team members who have actually helped you with getting onboarded to the training program. So they can help you with the invoicing and installment system. Plus, we have the placements team member who will actually approach you once you are on the verge of completing the course. So make sure that um, you learn the best from your the training program. And once you're ready for the placements, the placement team member will approach you and they'll guide you through with the resume preparation, the interview skills, and all those concerns. So, but in the meantime, do focus on your studies, do focus on your assignments because all that will be counted while the team will be working on your hiring system. Does this make sense? Any doubt for this particular concern or this particular slide? Super. And if there's someone who is still facing an audio issue, just call the support team number and they'll guide you through. Super. And even if at a later stage, if you don't know whom to approach and when to approach, just call the coordinator or drop them an email so that they'll figure out who to connect you with. So here's a quick question for all of you. What do you think is the challenge which every digital marketer is facing today and even from the start, and you will also face in the future? I can see competition, the environment keeps on changing, continuous evolution in the marketing, absolutely. So there's a lot of brands, which means there are a lot of competition. Even the small players have actually taken up the online space. Like in TV ads, we never used to see ads of like very small brands which are just evolving. Google algorithm update, yeah. Knowledge, absolutely. So you all have actually got it very right. Customer perspective, preference state is changing, absolutely. So yeah, like all of you have um, yeah. Karishma, can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, yeah, I can. Yes, yes, yes.
Super. So concerned digital marketing is changing for like very frequently. the digital space actually keeps on changing very frequently. Like one of you said that Google algorithm keeps on changing. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Last year, which is like 2016, Google actually launched around 400 updates in that particular year, and which actually means that in 2016 Google launched more than one update every day. But in 2017, Google actually launched around 800 plus update, which means that there were more than two updates every day. So you can actually imagine what kind of competition, what kind of struggle every brand goes through in terms of living up to the expectations of uh, the customers. Like as far as I can remember in 2016 there was no one who was actually promoting or advertising, or even actually there was no brand which was present on Instagram or was really taking Instagram seriously at that point of time. But if you see today, Instagram is like one of the really important element of every brand's digital marketing strategy, especially the small brands. They take up a huge chunk of uh, advertising expenditure on Instagram. Like Snapchat was not really there last year. Now it has catched up. Now it is becoming a place where the brands are being present, and brands are are promoting their product because the youth and the younger audience belongs to Snapchat. So that's how you also as a digital marketer needs to evolve, needs to understand where your brand is, should be there, where your brand should be, and where your customers are. Like Twitter was a key element of every branding campaign a few years back, but now it has become more of a customer support mechanism or customer support system where all you are doing is social media listening, which is like you're managing what people are saying about your brand, but you're not using Twitter as your marketing campaign in your marketing campaigns. Um, Next up, the challenge which all of you also share, that there are so many brands out there, and there are so many marketers out there. Everyone can do digital marketing, and everyone will have a different perspective of digital marketing because um, everyone can do digital marketing. It's just that optimizing your campaigns based upon how much budget you have and based upon how much ROI you want to generate is all that matters. One of my I have a person who's actually having a brand. His budget still remains the same over the past 1 year, but the level of leads he's generating last year is way less than what he's generating today because he is continuously investing on optimizing his campaigns to generate the ROI, which is the return on investment, which means that, for example, last year he was spending 10,000 rupees per month for his marketing campaign. This year as well, he is also spending 10,000 rupees per month for his marketing campaign. But the leads he was generating last year were like 50 leads or maybe 50 converted clients in last year per month. But today he is actually able to convert around 70 clients each month. This is all hypothetical, but I'm explaining what exactly ROI means and what exactly optimizing your ROI or improving your ROI means. So you are able to generate more um, returns based upon the same investment. So here is a quick tip for everyone who is actually, I'll segregate all of you into three sections. If you are someone who is a fresher or who is having less than 3 years of experience, or who is looking for a not so managerial or entry level profiles in digital marketing, um, focus on the green modules. Each one is search engine marketing, in which you learn Google Ads, email marketing, which is the emails which you get. for promotion. And then we have social media marketing, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. And then we have search engine optimization, which is you optimize or improve your website's ranking for Google to rank your website on the very first page. So if you are someone who is a fresher or who has less than 3 years of experience or who is looking for a not so managerial level profile, having an expertise on either of these green modules will help you get the very first job or get the entry level job in the digital marketing space. This is what I'm talking about as someone who's wanting to enter the digital marketing space, but who but if you are looking for some as a profile which is more into managerial level, um, even as a fresher or as someone with like up to 3 years of experience, and even if you are someone who's a lot more experienced, like if you have 20 years of experience as well, then you need to have an understanding of all these modules, because you will be managing bigger campaigns, you will be managing and taking up decisions that how much of the marketing budget of the business you are working at should go to which of these particular platform, whether you should invest more on Facebook or whether you should invest more on ads for your business. So make sure that you do all these activities before actually applying for job, so that you are actually ready to have a team of people, you are ready to manage a team of people who are an expert of each of these domains. So IM stands for inbound marketing, which is an online version of pull marketing. Like if ways where you can actually attract your audience. Like if I think from a shoe brand point of view, I can create some form of testers. I can create a competition, a fashion competition, in which I ask people to take participate in that particular competition and share their photograph with us, and we can give out a gift voucher, or we can give out a shoe gift to the winner for that particular competition. So you get a lot of people entering your brand as someone who is a lead, then you nurture them so that they can actually go forward and buy your product at a later stage. It's a little complicated, but it's more of a strategy oriented marketing than more a performance driven marketing. Plus, we have web analytics. Web analytics is Google Analytics majorly, because 90% of more than 90% of the companies use Google Analytics for their website data. Um, in Google Analytics, you actually integrate where your users are coming from, how they are performing with your website, which website are they coming from, how many of them are buying my product, how many of them are actually adding the product to the cart but not really buying the product. Since all those website user related information gets tagged in web analytics. And if you are someone who is having a business or who is here to promote um, his or her business, then you too have need to have an understanding of all these modules, so that you can actually optimize your campaigns and figure out which of these modules or which of these channels are performing for your business, and then you can pick and choose these platforms based upon how you want to use that particular platform for your business. So does this make sense? Is there any question? It's a bit of complicated slide. Super. And for the freshers, a quick tip that freshers and people with less than 3 years of experience, a quick tip is that while an understanding of one of these and detailed understanding of one of these domain will help you get the very first job, but in order to grow up the ladder as you move forward with your career, you need to have an understanding of all these modules so that you can get the better profile or better roles in the future. Karishma, WA stands for Web Analytics, where you understand where your users are coming from for your website, in your website, how they are converting, how they are performing with your website, and how they are buying a product, whether they are not buying a product, and all those information is through the web analytics module. Super. Some not so good truths about digital marketing is that you will never be able to learn everything of digital marketing space. You can become an expert. The course is actually designed in a way that it lands you from a beginner level profile to an expert or an intermediate level profile. The efforts you put in will define whether you land closer to an expert level profile or whether you land closer to a beginner level, an intermediate level profile. So make sure you put in the best effort so that you reach to a profile which is an expert level. But still, even as an expert, it will really not be possible for you to learn everything in the digital marketing space. We have designed the course and we have given you the lifetime access so that you can continuously go on and updating your course, and you can actually review what's happening now in the future. Even after like 3 4 years, you can actually check out what happened, what's happening right now in the digital marketing space and get yourself upgraded. But you can't really be relying on the learnings which which is happening today and just depend upon that for your future as well. You need to keep yourself upgraded with what's happening by reading some blogs, by reading some channels, staying up to date with what's happening in the digital marketing space, talking to people so that you don't become redundant or your knowledge doesn't really become redundant in the future. Yeah, it's absolutely not possible to learn everything because everything keeps on changing so frequently that you miss out on something. So, for example, we work on creating the content based upon what's happening in the digital marketing space. Sometimes it happens that in the meantime, while we are ready to launch the content or we just go live with the content, it gets updated. So we have to redo the work with the new content, and that's why we design or update the content very frequently so that you don't miss out on anything. Any good recommendations for blogs? I suggest you go out and explore on your own, but here are a few. Neil Patel, HubSpot. These are the ones which I like. There are plenty of more. The more you will explore, the more you'll get. There is Neil Patel. There is HubSpot. There is Search Engine Journal, and I'm typing them down for you. I'm just typing down. Just give me a second. And there is, if you're looking for some career related, then you can also digital with them will make sense. Plus, you can also refer to Right Relevance, where you can just put in a topic and it will show what's happening around that particular topic. Akash will discuss about the blog making assignment in the end of the session. So, if you all can see, just can't see Akash. Yeah, he's here. Akash, can you hear me? I think um, we'll figure it out. Mm. So if you can see on my screen, if you are someone who has an experience in either of these uh, four domains or four industries or four profiles, make sure that you have them flaunt, in your resume. Make sure you hide those skills or your experience in the resume, because these are the skill sets which adds as an extra advantage to any digital marketer profile, because there's plenty of opportunities, plus there's a lot of things which you can actually manage on your own. If you know UI designing, if you know coding, if you know programming, and if you're someone who has a marketing experience, then make sure that you use that experience to your advantage, leverage that experience to your benefit, and highlight them on your resume. If you're someone who is have so these are the optional skill sets. If you don't have either of these skill sets, it's perfectly fine. They're not really mandatory to have, but they are one of the skill sets which are really good to have and flaunt on your resume, because they'll add extra badges to your profile. So highlight those skills on your resume, and ensure that you do have the core skills which I'm sharing right now. If you do not have content writing skills, if you do not have analytical skills, then you will face some challenges in the future. Because digital marketing requires frequent content writing skills. You will be writing down emails, you will be writing down blogs, you will be writing down social media posts as well. So you need to have a good understanding of um, English as a language and content writing as a skill, so that you can use that particular skill in the future as a digital marketer. And at the same time, you need to have analytical skills. These are not the ones which I'm talking from a business analytics view. These are the basic analytical skills which you can actually learn from taking up or playing games like chess, Sudoku, and brain games like which are there on your mobile phone. Just download those games. Even crossword and any CAT or GMAT examinations which have analytical test. Use those um, skills to actually test to improve your and analyze your skills for analytical ability. So Rohit has actually shared that HTML is taught in the course. Um, you don't really get, we don't really teach HTML because that's more of a technology thing than a marketing thing. This is a digital marketing course, and this is not really a technology or a coding course. You will be using HTML a bit, like we'll do some coding part in while will be setting up the blog, or you will be doing some HTML part while you'll be optimizing your blog or optimizing your website in the SEO module. But that's like just 1% of HTML or 2% of HTML which you learn. That's very basic. So HTML is all coding and it's all technology. So this course is just for marketing professionals, it's not really technology. So a quick tip: if you don't have any of the core skills, I suggest you to go forward and learn them. You can learn analytical skills by playing out games and taking a free test online. We have compiled a few of the resources which is available online for free, which will actually help you with writing better emails, will help you with writing better blog posts, and which will also help you with writing better PR releases in the future. So if you want to get that course, just fill in the form. I've shared the URL in the chat, and the same page is also opened on my screen. Just fill in and say that yes, I want this course, and click on submit. So once you will submit this particular form, you will be redirected to the content writing course which we have. Make sure that you bookmark this particular course as this is a new LMS which we are launching out very soon. So the course is available in the new LMS. You can take it up in the future. Karishma, Karishma, I've shared a URL in the chat panel. Can you see that? Okay. Oops. I'm re I'm pasting again the URL for the content writing course. Just fill in the form and you will get the course access. Is it fine? Lakshmi Narayan, even for you, here is the course URL. Karishma, what is the concern? Okay, you need to log in. It might be asking you to log in. You need to put in your LMS credentials, which is your email ID, your username as password both. So make sure you log in using that. Um, can all of you get, did you all of you get the access to the course or even the ones who need it? If you are good with English, uh, if you rate yourself above average, then you don't really need the course. Karishma, did you click on the link which I've shared in the chat? Just click on the link. Super. I think most of you have get it. You need to log in. That's your email ID, which is the username and password. Karishma, check the chat. Otherwise, you can just skip it for now. You'll get the URL over email as well. So we can just skip it for now. So after we click on this, we will have to access this without using the URL you have sent, correct? Yeah, you can access it. Just make sure that you bookmark that particular URL. Once you fill on the form, it will be there in the LMS. We are working on the LMS, so you'll have the new LMS by the end of this month. So that's the upgrade which is happening is in progress. You'll have that very soon. Superb. If there's someone who is stuck and you didn't get the access, just skip it for now. You'll get the URL over email as well, and you can refer to that. So Karishma, I think you and Lakshmi Narayan, did you get the access? Cool. You'll get the URL over email as well. So here are some common pitfalls which our participants face, and we don't want you to face the same pitfalls or strategies in the future. So that's why we are sharing it. So we don't want you to compare your trainer with other trainer. We don't want you to uh, judge the trainer's performance much. You are free to actually share your feedback about the trainer performance in with your coordinator and the feedback forms, which we'll share in the future after every session. But you don't really need to have um, com- to compare your trainer with others. If in case you're really not satisfied with your trainer performance, make sure that you share your concern with our coordinators and with our support team members, and they'll figure out a solution for you. We can help you with switching out the trainers, but consider that as a resort only when you are really not satisfied with your trainer. Plus, there's no fixed structure for having these modules conducted in a specified structure. It's like every module is a standalone module, but each of them is interrelated or interdependent to each other module. So um, you can actually share out your preference if you have any with our team members, but there is no right way to actually conduct any of these modules in a set format. So let them consider them as a pieces of puzzle. They all will start making sense once you'll complete the complete course. And ensure that you complete all your assignments on time. We usually give a period of 1 week for each assignment submission. So make sure that you do your assignments in that specified week, because delaying the assignment will add out more backlog to your next week's work, which will not really help you at any case completing all these activities in the future. And think of our team as someone who is reactive than proactive. So let them ask inquiries. Let them, if you have any concern, just go to them and get that addressed. They will not really be calling you and pushing you forward with doing the assignments. They will not be really scolding you for doing anything. So you need to actually take up the responsibility of your journey, of your digital marketing learning on your own, and share what you want, share what you require with our team instead of expecting them to push you forward. Plus, you will get the placements team support at the end of the course. So don't expect a placement like next week or so. Take your time to learn to grasp things. You need to have at least an understanding of 4 modules before you are actually ready for sitting out for an interview. So just focus on your learning. That's the only way you will get the job. There are plenty of job. It's just the skill set which is required, the right skill set which is required to get that particular job. So here is what we expect from you. We want you to submit all the assignments on time and no delays with that. You need to log in 5 minutes before so that you can ask the queries you have from the trainer before the session starts. Plus, we want you to ask all your queries on the Q&A platform so that we can actually manage and respond to your queries on time. And we also want you to share your feedback honestly after each session, after each module completion, and even after every assignment is being evaluated. So we take up your feedbacks very seriously. We review your feedbacks every day. So make sure you have that shared to our team, with our team, and we take up the corrective measures for each feedback. And we'll also update you with what we did for your feedback. So here is the slide which will actually which talks about what kind of expenses you need to do in the future with us. So you need to actually shell out around 3 to 800 rupees for buying up a domain name. By domain name, it means that you will buy a URL for your website which you need to host. If you don't have a blog or a URL right now, you need to buy that. If you are someone who is planning to have a business, or who has a business idea, or who has a business plan in mind, or who wants to take up the chance to developing a business, you can go for the domain which can be good. Usually, the .com domains are expensive as compared to the .in, .co.in, .info, many more. So if you are not looking for any kind of business plans, or if you're not looking for any kind of blogging or activity in the future, then you can actually buy a domain name which is the cheapest for you and which fits into your budget. So Akash has already purchased the domain name. Super cool. And Shubhangi is saying, I understand that if we have any doubt, we have to post it on Q&A forum. However, we resolve our doubts from a coordinator as well. Coordinators can help you with surely can help you with some of the doubts, but don't consider them as digital marketing experts, so they'll not be able to guide you throughout. But basic queries, especially the ones that are relating to blogging, they will be able to guide you through. If not, they'll help you with providing a solution from the internal team. If you already have a domain, if you already have a web hosting, you can surely use that. You don't need to buy a new one. So even Lakshmi Narayan has purchased a domain name. Super. Next up, you need to shell out around 500 rupees for running ads on Google. You can increase or decrease the budget based upon how much budget you have, plus what objective you have in mind. Um, Although you can complete all your assignments without running those ads, but it is highly recommended. Like if you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate it 10, that you run those ads with a minimum budget so that you can actually understand how the users or how the people or how your target audience is interacting with your ads. You can just reduce the budget, but make sure you run out those ads on Google so that you don't miss out on understanding what kind of ad you actually created, until and unless you don't have an audience interacting or responding to that particular ad. Next up, you also need to spend out around 500 rupees. So that's the suggested amount. You can increase or decrease the budget based upon how much you can afford. Um, 500 is recommended because it will help you get sufficient visitors to your blog, and it will help you get sufficient reports for your ad campaigns. That's you need to spend out when you enter into the Facebook marketing course in the future. So any questions about it? If you already have a domain, if you already have an hosting, use that. If you just have a domain, we'll give you a free hosting, you can use that. If you already have a website, you can use that. Make sure that it is a paid website. It's not free website, which is like divya.wix.com, which is like divya.bloggers.com. That will not work. If it is a website which is like divya.com, divya.co.in, something like that, that's perfectly fine. You can buy a domain from platform like Wix and Magento, but it usually comes expensive. Like buying a domain, considering we are providing you a hosting for 1 year for free, 1.5 years for free. So the total hosting cost and the total blogging cost will cost you around 3 to 800 rupees. But if you are going through Wix or Magento, you will be also taking up the hosting from them. Then it will actually cost you like 3,000 to 4,000 for 1 year. For Facebook ads, we have to create new Facebook company page. If you already have a Facebook company page, you can use that. GoDaddy will work for domains. Yeah, absolutely. We'll also teach you on how. We'll also consider GoDaddy for buying a domain. Akash, to actually get your audio checked before your next session so that you don't miss out on all the sessions. So make sure that you talk to your coordinator tomorrow and get your audio checked. Yeah, these are INRs. You can actually take, like, currently it's somewhere around around 70, 72. So you can just convert that, or this is an average. So you can actually spend up around $4 5 for each. If you're if you are following what we'll teach you in the blogging course or in the blogging task, you don't have to pay anything for the hosting. You just have to buy for the domain. So this is all the expense which is required from you. You don't have to, which is approximately like 2,000. Um, but that's all. So You don't have to shell. If it's completely your choice if you want to shell out more. If it's completely your choice if you want to reduce out more. But from our point of view, this is the amount which is absolutely fine if you shell out. Yes, absolutely, you can do it. So, things to do in the very first week. I hope you all were able to access the LMS. There was a video which needs to be watched, around a 16 minutes video which needs to be watched. I hope you all have seen that. Super. So, is there anyone who already has a website? I guess there was someone who already had a website ready. So, I'm moving forward to what is your assignment for the very first week. So, I want you all to open up the link. Let me know once you all of you reach this particular page, which is also reflecting on your screen. Is there anyone who is not on this page or who is not able to access this page? Here's the URL. I want all of you to fill in, um, be present on this page. Karishma, uh, Karishma, can you just log in? Is it asking for login? Your the password is your email ID. Oh, oh. You can just reset it right now. Okay. Let me help Karishma. In the meantime, if you already have a website, you all need to select that I have a website. If you don't have a website, select that I want to create a blog. No, you can't really use a free domain because you can't really run multiple activities on the free domain. So just confirm once you fill in the form. In the meantime, Karishma, I'm resetting the password for you. If you have a domain name, that's perfectly fine. You can use that. Yes, you need to, if you have a domain name but you haven't created a blog, then select that I want to create a blog and submit. Mhm. Karishma, can you share your email ID with me? Superb. So I can see if is Just click on the link which it is showing, the Build Your Blog course. Let me know once everyone is on the same page. Superb. And Karishma, you too can actually check if it is working for you now. Your password is your email ID again. So I believe all of you is on this particular page. Yeah, superb. Um, so here how the course is structured. This will this is a self-paced task for you, which is also a video driven, so that you have more detailed understanding of what's happening and how to do anything in while creating a blog post. You need to figure out a theme on which you have to or want to create a blog. So the very first action is finalizing the theme, which is the niche for your blog, and getting a domain name. You can select that particular theme based upon what kind of interest you have. So if you are someone who is loves fashion, if you are someone who loves makeup, if you are someone who loves traveling, if you are someone who loves fitness, um, anything which you like, automobiles, growth hacks, marketing, whatever your expertise is, you can select that particular theme and create your blog altogether based upon that particular theme. If you are someone who has a business idea, who wants to go forward or build up an e-commerce in the future, who wants to have a business website developed, you also need to start by creating a blog which revolves around the theme of the business idea you have. So, for example, if I want to start um, a shoe brand online, then I can create a blog which revolves around shoes. So I can actually talk about shoes, footwear, even something about fashion and foot care, and heels, anything which I really like around that particular theme. And just select that. Get yourself a domain name. You need to check out GoDaddy for buying the domain name. For the one which fits your brand requirement as well as which fits your budget. Then you need to install WordPress, install AWS on your for the hosting. AWS is free of cost. It gives everyone an year subscription, a subscription for free. But with Digital Vidya, it gives an additional benefit of $100 to $500 to our participants. So you will get a code which will be added to your account after like 5 to 10 days of filling up or subscribing for the hosting. That additional $100 to $500 will help your blog run for a period of 1.5 year to 1 year, 8 months or so. Yeah, so it actually charges 2 rupees, but which I think which also gets credited back after some days. If you already have a website, you can use that website. You can just take the access of this course and use it for your reference. But if you already have a website, you can use that for your digital marketing classes. WordPress is free. WordPress is absolutely free. So, Akarsh and Karishma, are you able to log in? Akash, stick around. We'll solve it in a shorter period of time. Give me 10 minutes. Let us pick up all the queries of everyone and then we'll have a extended version. We can extend the session for solving it for you. So what? So that's how you'll move forward. Then you will install some themes. You'll set up your blog post. You'll build up a logo for your blog. You'll do multiple activities, and then you'll quick in and post your very first blog post, and then your blog will be ready. Do not expect this to be a really fancy blog or very fancy website just in by the work of 3 hours. That takes like a lot of efforts. This will be a very basic website which you will start with. You can improvise as you move forward. You will work on improvising your website as you move forward with the course. So do not expect Amazon to be built in by tomorrow. So get started, build up your very basic website, and then you can actually move forward with improvising it as you proceed forward. Sure, Karishma, we'll sort it out for you as well with which one to use. This one. Karishma, you need to click on this and log in. I've resetted your password. You will get all the details how to build up a blog, what needs to be done. Everything is written, everything is provided in the videos over here. So it's completely your call. You need to follow all the steps. Take around 3 hours to complete this particular task. Absolutely, you can take up the blog based upon your hobby, your experience, your passion, business idea you have, anything which you want. That's completely your choice. Any other questions? Absolutely. Follow the lessons if you're stuck somewhere. Considering this is a lot more technical assignment as compared to others, which are more marketing driven. So you can face some issues. Raise the query on the Q&A platform, or you can call your coordinator and they'll guide you through. Superb. And this is the last form which I want all of you to fill in. And then I'll take up just 5 more minutes to wind up the session. Shubhangi has actually asked, I need a website for my business, so can I start making my website instead of a blog? So Shubhangi, each blog is a website actually. So and each website is it is highly recommended to have a blog instead of a along with a website because it helps you optimize your website better. So I suggest you to start with both. You can have a blog added to the website. Oops. Um, I was talking that each blog is a website. Everything is a website. Even a one pager. Hi, my name is Divya Mahajan, which is running on HTML and which is accessible through internet, is also a website. So, and we suggest you to start with the blog. That's because it's easy to optimize. Plus, it also helps you generate more visitors to your website because you will be updating it along with every week or so. So what I suggest you is to start a website for your business, but make sure that it has a blog added to it. If you have technical doubts while doing the assignment in future, also should we email the digital Vidya support team? I suggest putting that query in the Q&A platform. That will help you get a response earlier, because the TAs will be the training assistant team will be responding to that particular query. So it's always suggested to put the queries on the Q&A platform. Cool. Did all of you fill in this form which I shared? I can see some responses. Karishma, you can fill in this form and we'll solve up in later. Yeah, this one you need to fill in right now. Nandini, I have just shared a URL. I'm resharing it in the chat. So I'm just picking up the names I've got till now. Oops. And I'm pasting it up on this particular sheet. You will also get the URL of this sheet in the email, but I suggest you all to open it up right now. And as you move forward with building up your blog, just put in done on each step so that we can have a track of where you are stuck and we can guide you better. And once you complete the complete task, make sure you put in your blog URL over here, like whatever your blog URL is. It is suggested you can bookmark it, otherwise you will also get this in over an email, which you'll get by 10:30 today. Is it clear, guys? Make sure you put in all the blog URLs. We'll check out on next Tuesday, before next Tuesday, that where you all are and what progress you have made. So make sure you add your blog URL and ensure that you create out your blog. Otherwise, you'll face a lot of challenges even in the future, because you need to perform all the assignments hands on. So you will be creating a Facebook page for the blog which you are creating in this week. You will be optimizing that page for in the SEO course. You will be running ads in Google Ads, in SEM marketing course, and all those activities will be done on this particular website. So you can't really afford to miss or skip this particular task. Otherwise, you will face a lot of challenges in the future. And we got some more responses. I'm putting out the names here. Karishma, you have put in your name on the top. I'll just put in your name here. Not yet. So what do I need? Okay, we'll figure it out. So any questions till now? Or we are actually done with the session. If everything is clear to you, you are free to leave the session and enjoy or have dinner or go to sleep. Or you can actually start building your blog right now. If you have any doubts, stick around and ask your questions to me. Yeah, so this Excel is for tracking purpose. And we got some questions. We stick around, guys. I'll take up all the questions which we have. Thank you all for joining into the session, and thank you all for starting your journey with us. We wish you all the best. Make sure you put in your best efforts in terms of creating your campaigns, in terms of optimizing your website and building up your website in the future. All the best for your digital marketing journey. Bye bye. And others, you stick around, we'll take up your questions. Devendra Kumar. If you miss anything, I believe that some of you were facing a lot of internet issues. You'll get the recording soon. Alternatively, give a call to your coordinator tomorrow and just have a discussion with them. Thank you. Absolutely. So the assignment for this week is build a blog in 2.5 hours, which can take up to 3 hours if you do a lot of thinking. It personally took me 3 hours to do that, so you also can expect up to 3 hours. I took approximately half an hour to decide what should be the name of my blog. You'll get all the details over the sheet URL in an email. So build your blog is your assignment for rest of the week. Your next session will be on Tuesday. So you have a week's time period. If you are weak with English as a language, then having doing the content writing skill course is beneficial for you. It's preferred to do before the assignment, but you can do it simultaneously. Karishma, I'll help you out. Thank you, Siddharth. Sure, you can go forward and explore it. That's perfectly fine. Devendra, I think you haven't filled up the form, so I'm just putting up your details over here. I'm putting in yes and not level one and not started. Cool. And is there any question? No, I'll not be your trainer for rest of the session. This is the way. I think this will be the only which I'll be taking. Yeah, I think we can probably connect maybe in between, but I'm not sure I'll be taking up any of your core module sessions for sure. Plus, also your batches would probably be different, so expect different people in next session. So, Lakshmi Narayan, please feel free to ask the question. Karishma, can you tell me where are you right now? And so, does um, Akash, can you also share me where are you stuck right now? Lakshmi, you will improvise or you will work upon writing the blog. That's perfectly fine. I'm not expecting you to write even like an average blog post. That's perfectly fine. You learn how to optimize. That's what you learn. So it's not really a small thing to actually write a blog, but you can use this particular course, the content writing wala, and you can start with understand the basics from it, but the detailed ones you learn during the course. Don't worry about it. Write a trashy blog post, that's perfectly fine. So, new instructor for each session? No, you will get new instructor, trainer for each module. So that's like we'll be interacting around 15 plus framework. So, Karishma, you need to just follow these steps and you will go forward with it. Think of an area which is really interesting to you. Think of a place, something which you are really passionate about. Fashion, automobile, travel, politics, anything which you really like. Get started with it. Find out a name which works for your brand and move forward. Follow the steps. I can't actually take you through because these are a lot more self-explanatory than what I can help you with. You can start with a business, a blog, and then you can make it into a business website. You can create a website on AWS without having a blog. We suggest blog because that's how you'll optimize. You can't do much with a website. You can't modify it much. So start, build up a website, make up a business website, but make sure it has a section for a blog. So if you can see Digital Vidya's website, it is a business website, but under the resources section, you can see there is a blog. So you can do something like that. Any other question? Ah, so you need to finalize the theme based upon what's your interest, passion, travel, anything which you really like, and then you need to go daddy.com over here and find out a domain for yourself. For example, if I want to buy a domain for traveling, I can check for travel details. Mm, okay, this comes really expensive. It will cost me like 9 lakh rupees to buy that domain. So I can actually switch to a different domain which is around my budget as well as which will cost me less and which will also fit in my theme. Journey days, I can go for that. Make sure that you go for 1 year subscription and don't buy the 10-year subscription. I can actually I would go for I can go for traveltail.org or I can also go for triptales.in, whichever you like. So you just have to figure out what is the right solution for you. Rakesh, you need to pick it up on your own. I can't really suggest. I've seen like it's completely your call. There are advertising agencies with such funny names which really doesn't really make sense for me. So it's completely your call whether you want to go for a fancy name, whether you want to go for something masaledar name, whether you want to go for a name which is by your own name, like Ogilvy. There's Mudra, which is like completely different. It doesn't really connect with advertising, but it has got the name of Mudra. So it's completely your call which name you want. You can also have Rakesh as the advertising agency name. Then there's Ad Global 360. It's, it's up to you how you want to do it. Um, any other questions? Akash, I think he has left. I think he completed it. You will get the details about specialization modules after you complete at least 3, 4. core modules. So you'll get them over emails. We are trying to integrate it with the LMS, but it will take like 3-4 modules to get the access to specialization sessions. Yes, Karishma. Any queries, other? Which link you could not? Karishma, you can actually speak up. I think I can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Hello. Yeah, so you know what, you told me to get in the link and I missed out the links, because of my password problem. So the moment I went on it, there was a lesson one. I don't know what did I click, but after that I missed out everything. So I'm right now on personal information, which I got. I'm on digital Vidya learning. I just went and build your blog. So when I opened the build your blog into for 2.5 hours, what do I have to do? Because you were showing the steps and you were ahead of it. I went behind. I was behind because of my. So I'm right now on my first day, build your blog in 2.5 hours, 0 steps. Now what do I have to do over here?
So you need to follow all the steps which are listed over here. This will take you around 2.5 hours to complete it. Just start with step one.
Okay.
Okay. Step
But
one.
I can't even click the first one. I can't click the first one. There's nothing. It's just the topic. I can't do anything. So do I have to
That's
open
because
in
you
the
haven't.
other window?
I think that's because you haven't filled in this form. Just fill in this form. I've clicked. Share the URL over chat.
Can you send it again? Because there's so much, such a big,
I have
which
just sent
one?
it.
This one?
Yeah, just sent it. Yeah.
You resend it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Just now.
Actually, the window is so small, the chat window. So whatever's been going on the top, so I have to just scroll down. I
You can also drag it out.
I'm so sorry. I'm taking so much of your time
No
today,
problem.
Divya.
No problem.
Uh, you know, actually, I'm into, after 8 years, I'm going back for studies. I did my MBA, but I was at home with my kids.
Um,
And I've been like a housewife since long time. So yeah, I got it. So and for me, it's like quite a excitement to go back
I
and do
can
all these things.
understand.
I'm looking for a job actually after this, and I live in US. I don't live in India. But I thought of, okay, this is what you said, online presence to apply your learning. How would you like to proceed? I had a blog I had created, but I couldn't do it properly, WordPress.
Hmm.
So I would like to create it from the scratch. So I want to create a blog, submit, and then this is the online presence course divided into parts. Build your blogs into us and promote your, okay, you can access this. Okay, so I have to click in the second link, right?
Yeah.
Vidya.com training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you are here. The again on this page, but now you can access these subtopics. Can you?
So now I can use it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm waiting. I think too many windows are open, so I'm just waiting for it to open up.
Time. Yeah.
It's not getting opened. Maybe it's going to take time. I don't know. I've opened it. Okay. So now build your own blog. Again, it started. So I have to start again pressing on it.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah. So just click on the step one.
Okay. I pressed it.
So the first step. Are you here?
It's not. Yeah, but it's not working. It's taking time, I suppose. No, I'm not getting resume your button. Lesson one. No, it's not work functioning. Lesson
Is it
3.
showing in?
Promote your blog. No, I went on build your own blog. It's not working at all.
Is it showing blue or is it showing gray for you? The text.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
It's showing like a brown. Build your own blogs. Okay, fine. I started. Yeah, it started now. A lesson one you told me, right? To click on one.
Yeah.
I can't press any green button. It's not getting green. Why is it not getting green?
Let me check. Let me just log into
It's
your.
going on its own.
Just give me a minute. Let me check it for you. Hmm. Confirm your email ID. Can you just resend your email ID? I can't find it.
You want me to send my email again? Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
About.
Well, I'm facing so much problem. Have I done something wrong?
I think you actually lost the initial pace when we were doing it, so that's how you are skipping out things.
So do you want me to rejoin it next week or this week is okay?
It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Just take out your time. You can refer to
Okay,
the
so
call. So
you'll help me, right now?
yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Can you repeat?
So it's
Yeah.
here in your course. Just go to digitalvidya.com/training. The courses are there.
Digitalvidya.com.
.com slash training.
Okay, I'll click again.
Yeah, just click on.
Yeah, slash training topics. Okay, you're typing it again.
Yeah.
Okay, you've given me the last link again. You want me to type on it? Okay, I typed it. Okay, registration for online. Would you like to proceed? I want to create a blog and then I'll press submit.
Hmm.
Okay, I did.
Then click on that link which is provided. Are you on this page?
Start building your blog. So do I click on start building your blog?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have any domain. Now, how do I buy a domain?
We'll
Do I need to buy right away or
we'll
is it okay?
we'll take it up. Go slow. Are you on this page with where I am?
Yeah, I'm on build your blogs. Yeah, I'm on that page. Yes.
And can you click on this down arrow button and just go to step 1? Click on this arrow.
Just a second. I'll put it down. Okay, I'll go down. Step 1, lesson 1.
Lesson 1, finalize your niche and get a domain name.
Just a second. Where is it? I didn't get you. Where is it? On which page? Where do you? Okay, lesson 1. Yeah, I just clicked on that. Yeah. And I'm getting blog setup part 1.
Superb.
I got these 9 steps. Yeah.
Go to step 1.
So now do I have to click on it?
Go to
Okay, but it's not getting green. Okay, I went to step 1. Okay, finalize your niche and get a domain name. 15 minutes. How do I get my domain name?
you just that's the
A
name of the
domain?
topic, and you need to read out. Just read it out,
Okay, so I can get.
and it will give you a link like GoDaddy.com over here.
should I to write after that? You need to think of domain name in the name just website domain is domain name uh, can be read by everybody?
Yeah, it's the name of your business or brand which you are doing.
Hello.
It is the name of the business or brand which you
Okay, now I actually was just wanted to ask you. I had thought of two things in my mind. I was a teacher before,
are.
and then I did my MBA, but I didn't couldn't pursue my career because of my kids. I had to stay back.
Hmm.
So I want to get into marketing, but can I use phonology for it, or do you think I should use something like I've just something about like people really die to get about which schools over here in India and US,
Hmm.
like which schools are really good,
Hmm.
especially that this India is a small community. Indians over here, they really look forward for what kind of schools are good. They really want they really work hard to get their kids in a good school,
Hmm. Hmm.
with the Indian community around it. So do you think I should get into something like that? And like I live in New Jersey, so it's something like a county. There are plenty of counties over here. So one of the county I catch hold of, or you think phonology will be more acceptable by people? I thought of gossip, but gossip would be not too much people indulging in.
Yeah. I think you can go for something which can actually be um, sold out in future. So I think something like suggesting people of schools over there, and then you can also suggest like what are where people their kids can actually join in for classes and something like that. You can actually build up an audience or build up a brand or a blog around for Indians who have their kids in the US and or who are staying in the US but they want their kids to do any particular activity or every solution which Indians are looking for in the US actually. So something around that.
I think that makes more sense than phonology. That is too wide. But if I do Indians in New Jersey or Indians in Bergen County, or I pick up one small part of it, will be great, right? And then I can extend it.
I think that's what looks interesting too. So you can just
So I do I have to write my do I have to write the name right away or later?
no, you can just follow the steps which are there over here. Read out everything. You'll just follow these steps blindly. So it will tell you what to do, when to do, and what.
Okay, so I just have okay, so I have to read over here.
Yeah.
And okay, so where do I have to make domain? Website will help me to make domain through. I have to click
Yeah.
somewhere over here, or I have to go to WordPress and create my own.
Every step will be given when they'll arrive. Go step by step, don't jump in. So I think you know something about blogging, considering you have done blogging, so you're trying to jump in. Don't jump in, just follow these steps blindly and you will have the blog ready. Start from the
Okay, so I have yeah.
just start from the very first line and progress with this. You'll have the actions, you'll get the WordPress, you'll get the hosting as you move forward. Don't think about them right now. Just think about what name of your brand.
Okay, so I keep on okay. So after reading this, they'll take me to another page.
Huh.
Okay, as of today, where are the students? The students are still here or they've gone ahead?
So the session is completed. It's just that you had some queries, so you we sticked around. Now it's your call to do everything. If you are stuck somewhere, post the query in the Q&A platform. Team will answer you, or you can just connect with their coordinator and they'll guide you forward. But the session is actually over.
Okay, fine. And can you give me your
Sorry, couldn't get you.
okay, thank you. And can you give me your email address, please?
Sure, I'll do that. It is Divya M@digital.com. I've typed it down.
Right.